Hello, Buddhas. Today we are going to talk about something that people do not talk about in the law of attraction community. Now, Buddhas, before we get started, I've got to let you know that down below in the doodly-doo, I've got a playlist with over 150 billionaire Buddha videos that you can binge watch to accelerate your spiritual awakening. Now, what is it that they don't talk about in the law of attraction community? Oh my goodness, it's like the actual secret of the secret. And that is the feeling is the secret. But the feeling doesn't matter. Let me explain. Most people in the law of attraction community, I would probably say the majority, if not 90 some odd percent, are always talking about feeling good and being happy and all these great things. And yes, that is a really, really good idea. But here's something that a lot of them don't have the kahunas to actually mention. Neville Goddard did in a lecture that I listened to the other day, and it struck me hard. And that is that the feeling is the secret, but the feeling does not matter. So if you are manifesting and you are focusing on how upset you are and how pissed off you are at a situation and how angry you are and how you want to hurt people, well, you're going to get that because you're feeling it. But if you focus on how happy you are and how grateful you are, you're also going to get that. So what I'm doing here, Buddhas, is I am actually at a point where I do not feel that it is my right to impose any limitations on you. You are sovereign beings that have the ability to decide how you want to go about doing your life. So if you choose to do what people would consider wrong, then that's on you. Disclaimer over, continuation with the video. The real thing about this, and it's not about trying to manifest something negative, but it's about using feelings that you can relate to in order to get what you want. An example given in Neville Goddard's lecture is a man who visualized himself, or in a dream, I don't remember if it was entirely intentional or it had been a dream, but he visualized himself waiting in line to deposit a check at the bank. And the real kicker here is that he was irritated, annoyed, that he had to wait so long at the bank. So the feeling that he had was the annoyance of having to go and deposit a big old fat check at the bank. Now, Buddhas, I realize that a lot of the time we don't go to banks to deposit checks, but when you get to a certain level of actual check depositing and money moving, you do end up having to go to a bank. It's not just a little, I sent you $5 on my phone kind of situation that we're working on here now, is it? So what's so powerful and a little bit dangerous and a little scary, I guess, about this secret is that the feeling is indeed 100% the secret. But what you choose that feeling to be is up to you, Buddhas. That's not something that I have any right whatsoever to tell you how to do it. Now, I will also mention this here and now. If you want to go ahead and try to recreate World War II, good freaking luck. Because it's not going to happen in my reality. Because I'm in control of my reality, and I've already decided that we went through that, and we're never going to do it again. And I have no intention of feeling it whatsoever. And I'm more powerful than a million people that aren't me. So, if you want to put yourself in your own living hell, have fun with that. But if you actually believe in the creation, then you understand that we've already made all those mistakes, and that all of those lessons have been learned. So now it is time to start to trust each other and to start to actually talk about the nitty-gritty, which is that the feeling is the secret, but the secret is that the feeling doesn't matter. So if you want to envision yourself in a situation, let's say that you have a tenuous relationship with someone, and you want that to improve. You can constantly visualize feeling better around them, but that might be really, really challenging. Something else you could do, though, is if that feeling is extremely familiar to you, is you can visualize that feeling. And I'm not saying to visualize a feeling of extreme negativity here. I'm not recommending that. Go for it if you want. That's your call. But I'm not recommending it. But if there's a feeling that provides you with some tension, some intrigue, some a little bit of annoyance, a little bit of you know that feeling when you get it. I could have I don't know. That little kind of, I don't like where this feeling is going feeling, that is a nice edge that you can then use to manifest. And the way that I am doing this now is by feeling that feeling. It's not about a specific situation, but it's about having that discourse, and instead of pretending that my relationship with this person, for example, is loosey-goosey and super happy all the time, blah, 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 because that is possible, but I find it challenging. What I'm doing now is just accepting the relationship the way that it is, not trying to change the other person in any way, but I'm using that feeling of being around them and having that experience and surrounding it with what I would actually like to have, surrounding it with the home of my dreams, surrounding it with other people of my dreams, surrounding it with this image, this beautiful manifestation that I'm working on, and I will not be sharing you. But surrounding everything with this feeling that I have, and knowing that that feeling is extremely reproducible in my everyday, day-to-day life situation, and knowing that I can easily reproduce it in my mind, using that to my advantage. But not making it any worse, making it better, and improving on it, and knowing in my heart of hearts that this relationship is constantly improving. So all I have to do ultimately is accept the relationship with this person and allow it to blossom. So instead of fighting and trying to pretend that you're happy about something, sit with the actual feelings and set it as if you would want it to be. So again, going back to the example of depositing a big old fat check in the bank, imagine it's, I don't know, 2020, 2021, thereabouts when I'm filming this video, and doing things in person is not as straightforward as it once was. God, I can't even believe I have to say that sentence. But that is the fact at the moment. So if you can envision going to that bank and being annoyed that you have to wear the thing over your face, and being a little annoyed that the people are standing a little too close to you apparently because that's scary, and being annoyed that it's taking extra time and all these different things, which you know you're going to experience because you've probably experienced at the grocery store or doing whatever, well then, you're not faking it, you're creating it. And that is the secret. The feeling is the secret, Buddhas. And this has been the Buddha Billionaire trying to remind you to love yourself.